Something very exciting just happened for Shib Inu, and it's something that I don't think people should be sleeping on. Last time it occurred, it is what allowed Shib Inu to make this 365% move to the upside. Is that something we're about to see again, and what kind of time frame may we see this in? I'm Luckside. Welcome to the channel. If you guys are new or haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button down below. Hit that bell again. It's free to do. It'll keep you updated anytime there's new content live here on the channel. So this is something that I talked about potentially happening today, and it did. Shiba Inu got its golden cross, the first one that we have seen since late last year, the early part of the bull market cycle. And last time it allowed a very large move for Shiba Inu to happen. So this is our 50-day crossing our 200-day moving average. And I know some people have said, oh, it's not that big of a deal. It is. When you have your shorter term moving averages crossing your longer term moving averages, it is a bullish shift in momentum. It shows a complete change, a complete reversal, which is exactly what Shiba Inu is doing right now. You know, it's funny because some people have still said, oh yeah, the trend is down. No, the trend is up. All these very different metrics are looking good for Shiba Inu. Institutional money obviously flowing into Bitcoin is helping assets across the board. Obviously, the increased excitement that is coming from now this time of year. We obviously have some massive things that may take place over the course of this next week. Election, FOMC meeting, all potentially bullish things for the crypto market. But when we talk about Shiba Inu specifically, there are some very good things taking place as well that people need to be noting. Now, I do have to say that what the ultra bullish thing is going to be is when our 100-day crosses our 200-day, as long as Shiba Inu keeps climbing here. I mean, this is a very positive trend, and I'll get to this 365% move in just a moment here. But we are, in fact, seeing the right things take place. We're seeing the address birth death ratio on the rise. So you now have actually a slowdown in the amount of wallets that are unloading Shiba Inu, and you have an increase in the amount of wallets that are adding Shiba Inu. Adoption rate is on the climb, meaning that those who are conducting Shiba Inu transactions are those who are doing it for the first time. And you guys can see that holders have actually been on the rise. We're up to 1.414 million holders currently. That does not include holders on centralized exchanges, but what that is an increase in DeFi holders. That's a very exciting thing in terms of Shiba Inu. And in fact, I think this might be a new all-time high. So all these things are looking very good. You have basically, you basically have everything working out exactly right for Shiba Inu. And we're now getting into these times where typically alts begin to take off. So let's talk about this major move. Now, last time this did happen, Shiba Inu did go on a little bit of a correction following there. It started to move to the upside. It made a 20% stab, and then it came back down. We obviously went into the cool down phase in January and February, and then obviously we know what took place at the start of March. And I will say right now, the metrics that we're seeing are much more similar to what we saw in the beginning of March than what we saw around that time of the golden cross for Shiba Inu. So this is a very positive sign, meaning that this move may take place even sooner. But if we look at the amount of time it took for Shiba Inu to make this 365% move, it would put us somewhere in the latter part of January. Now, I'm okay with that timeline. We've talked about an all-time high for Shiba Inu happening either just before the end of the year or just following the end of the year. All right. Typically, that is around the time where alts will set new all-time highs. And frankly, this 365% move puts Shiba Inu right about at its all-time high. That would actually make a lot of sense. Now, that being said, again, Shiba Inu could make this move faster. The thing that I will say is I want sustainability. When Shiba Inu does start to make these moves, I want them to be moves that are sustainable, that price is actually held up by. Now, what I will say is that something that we've talked about before is the same reason why we'll likely see a lot of volatility when that move does happen, because this removal of supply from exchanges, well, when there is not much liquidity there, it can also move very fast to the downside. Just know that that potential does lie there. Okay. Shiba Inu is still in its infancy as far as an asset goes, but it's incredible because it has become a blue chip asset. It's a blue chip asset that can move like a $10 million market cap. It's going to be absolutely insane. Do I think this 365% move is coming? Yeah, I do. I've talked about Shiba Inu setting a new all-time high this cycle. I said I would not be surprised by it being the best performing asset in the top 20. And frankly, it's already living up to expectations. It's outpacing a lot of other blue chips in the space. And frankly, this next move that it makes, which would be pretty close to about that point where the market should see some cool down again, which is around March, April, May. it's all happening perfect, guys. It's too perfect. Maybe it'll get broken. Maybe this won't happen, but I will say I'm very much on the bullish side when it comes to Shiba Inu. I have been since the bear market cycle. I have been into the early part of the bull, and I am now, even after we've gone through an 8-month period of consolidation. Shiba Inu has all the right things working out in its favor. So I just wanted to share that with you guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. Let me know your thoughts below. Do you think we have this 365% move ahead? Will it be less? Will nothing happen? Or will it be even bigger than we expect? Appreciate you guys. Have a great day. Catch you in the next one. Take care.